Hey, welcome back everybody. Dave Dryden with Dragon Den Studios. This is actually part two of my unboxing and demonstration for the Dryden Designs Bamboo Fountain Pen. For part two, I am going to demonstrate how to put ink into the fountain pen, and then I'll also do a little demonstration writing with the fountain pen. Again, I am not an expert in fountain pens. This is actually my first time doing this, so it'll be exciting for me to do this and to be able to show this to you. And we'll see how well this works. All right, so as I was mentioning last time on the fountain pen, I'm going to go ahead and take the cap off. There are different parts to the fountain pen. This is the nib, and then there's a couple parts here. I think I may have gotten it flipped around when I was doing it in my last video, but this right here is the grip section, and this right here is the barrel. All right, so kind of the main kind of holding of the pen is in the barrel here. All right, so I'm going to show you how to put ink into the fountain pen. So the first thing I'm going to do, we're going to go ahead and unscrew the grip section from the barrel. There we go. So that leaves the nib, the feed, and the grip section there. And then inside the barrel, you have what's called the converter. And based on my understanding and research of fountain pens, there are a couple of different ways to hold ink in the fountain pen. One is called a converter, which is what I have here. The other is what's called a cartridge. Now, a converter, what essentially the converter is it allows you to do multiple uses of ink in the converter. And what that means is you draw ink up each time you want to use the pen, or each time you want to fill the pen, and then as that ink goes away, as you use it, and you need more ink, you'll then draw more ink into this converter again to continue to use the pen. So that's what we're going to do. I do not have cartridges. Maybe that's something I'll invest in the future. Cartridges are something, basically they're ways for you, they're disposable converters, if you will, right? They have ink in it already. You just replace the cartridge each time you want more ink. But we're going to go ahead and do the converter. I think the converter is more, I guess, traditional in my mind. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to do something more traditional where you actually draw ink into the fountain pen each time. All right, so to do this, you're going to take the grip section here, and you just put the converter into that grip section. Okay, and then the other thing is you'll notice that you can turn this piston in here. Not sure if my camera can see that, but this piston, this black little piston, little screw area, it can go up and down. And basically what's going to happen is I'm going to put it inside the ink bottle, and I'm going to draw up through a vacuum the ink into this pen. Okay, so that's what we'll do. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Here is my ink. I don't know if you have to shake it. Every time I watch somebody do fountain pens, they always shake their ink. I don't know if that means that you're just trying to get that ink all together there, but that's what you do here. My understanding is this is a little messy, or can be a little messy to do this, so I have my paper towels here on the side to use, and we'll go ahead and my understanding is you have to put the whole nib in all the way up to kind of the grip section area in order to do this. So I'm going to put that in there, and then I'm going to push or screw that piston down, and then I'm going to draw it up. So let's see if this works here. And you can see as I do this that the ink comes up. Let me show you that. See how the ink comes up there? If you want, you can do it again. So I'll try to do that one more time. So you push it down and then draw it back up. You can see that ink come up in there. All right, so there we go. That's how you draw the ink up. You can see, of course, now that I put my nib into the ink, there's a bunch of ink on it, so I've got to take that ink off. So that's why I have my paper towels. And so I'm going to take my paper towel, I'm going to wipe this off do this very delicately here, and there we go. All right. And as I said, it is kind of messy. In fact, you can see my fingers here have already gotten ink on them. That's the one thing about converters, I guess, that would be the downside, is you're going to get your fingers inked up. All right. Now I have done that, it's just as simple as putting your cartridge and nib, everything back into the barrel of the pen. Screw that on. There we go. And I'm gonna let that down a little bit more. And then close up that ink so we don't spill it. That's the worst thing you want to do, is spill your ink. Okay. And I am going to post my cap so the pen has a little more length to it. And I think what I'll do is I'll just demonstrate writing. Now, this is my first time writing with a fountain pen. Hopefully my cameraman can come in on this a little bit. So now that I showed you how to draw the ink into the fountain pen, let's go ahead and practice and demonstrate on the paper here. So I'm just going to write a few letters, see how this works. There we go. It's coming out here. It's A, B, C, D. There we go. We'll write them a little smaller too. I know a lot of people use fountain pens because they're trying to perfect their calligraphy, writing in cursive. And that's one of the big draws, I think, of fountain pens nowadays, is kind of more of a traditional way of writing with an older style pen. Very cool. I don't have anything to compare this with, but so far this pen is working just great. I'll write a quick sentence here. Let's see. Hi. How are you? Doing great. Cool, this is fun. This is a lot of fun. I'm going to have a lot of fun doing this. All right, well, now I've demonstrated the pen, what I'll do now, we'll do a quick stop on this. And what I'm going to do, since I'm an artist, I do want to try using the fountain pen to draw. So the next part of our demonstration will be actually drawing with a fountain pen. All right, thanks guys. We'll see you on the next video.